Ladies and gentlemen, life is not just about what happens to us. It is about how we choose to see it. The way we think shapes our reality. It builds us or breaks us. It lifts us or limits us. And today, I want to teach you how to think correctly. Not the way the world expects you to, but in a way that will set you free. When we are born, we come into this world with an open mind, full of possibilities. But as we grow, society tells us what is right, what is wrong, what success looks like, and what failure means. They give us definitions. Definitions that often chain us instead of setting us free. But let me ask you, who decides what is right for you? Who decides what success means for you? Thinking correctly does not mean thinking like everyone else. It means thinking in a way that empowers you. It means breaking free from fear, doubt, and negativity. It means choosing growth over comfort, faith over fear, and courage over conformity. The way we think determines the quality of our lives. Every success, every failure, every challenge, and every breakthrough begins in the mind. Our thoughts are the foundation upon which we build our reality. If our mindset is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, we will struggle to move forward. But if we cultivate a mindset of possibility, resilience, and gratitude, we can transform even the most difficult circumstances into opportunities for growth. Many people believe that external factors dictate their happiness and success. They blame their circumstances, their past, or the people around them for their struggles. However, the truth is that our external reality is often a reflection of our internal thoughts. If we constantly tell ourselves that we are not good enough, that we will never succeed, or that life is unfair, we start to believe these thoughts as fact. This negative thinking becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, shaping our decisions, limiting our actions, and keeping us trapped in the same cycle of fear and failure. On the other hand, when we take control of our thoughts, we take control of our lives. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One sees it as an impossible obstacle, while the other sees it as an opportunity to grow. The difference is not in the situation itself, but in how they choose to perceive it. The person with the right mindset will take action, learn from their failures, and keep pushing forward. The other person, trapped in negative thinking, may give up before even trying. The power of our thoughts is evident in many success stories. Some of the world's most inspiring individuals did not have easy lives, but they refused to let their circumstances define them. They chose to think differently. They trained their minds to see possibilities where others saw limitations. They believed in themselves even when no one else did. This shift in mindset was the key to their success. One of the most effective ways to shape our thoughts positively is through self-awareness. We must pay attention to the inner dialogue we have with ourselves. Are we constantly criticizing ourselves, or are we encouraging growth? Do we focus on what we lack, or do we appreciate what we have? When we become aware of negative thinking patterns, we can actively replace them with empowering beliefs. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When we focus on the good in our lives, our perspective changes. Gratitude shifts our attention from what is missing to what is abundant. It helps us see challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers. Thinking correctly does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that problems do not exist. It means choosing a perspective that empowers rather than limits us. It means training our minds to seek solutions instead of dwelling on problems. It means understanding that we have the power to change our lives, starting with the way we think. Our mind is the most powerful tool we have. When we master it, we master our destiny. Life is unpredictable. It throws challenges, disappointments, and hardships our way, often when we least expect them. Many people, when faced with difficulties, fall into the trap of feeling like victims, believing that life is unfair, that they have no control, and that they are powerless against their circumstances. However, the truth is that the moment we refuse to see ourselves as victims is the moment we take back our power. No one can control everything that happens in life. We cannot control where we are born, the hardships we face, or how others treat us. But what we can control is how we respond. Refusing to be a victim means shifting from a mindset of helplessness to one of strength and resilience. It means acknowledging that while we may not be responsible for what happens to us, we are always responsible for how we choose to react. When we see ourselves as victims, we give away our power. We let external circumstances dictate our emotions, our actions, and our future. We wait for someone or something to rescue us instead of taking charge of our own lives. But waiting for rescue is not a solution. The only person who can truly change our situation is ourselves. Consider two individuals who face the same setback. Losing a job, for example. One person might say, "Why does this always happen to me? Life is so unfair. I'll never find another opportunity." This kind of thinking keeps them stuck in a cycle of self-pity and inaction. The other person, however, might say, "This is difficult, but it's not the end. Maybe this is an opportunity to find something even better." This person refuses to be a victim. They take action, explore new possibilities, and move forward with confidence. The difference between the two is not their situation, it's their mindset. Strength comes from accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can. Every challenge carries a lesson, and every struggle can be a stepping stone. When we stop seeing ourselves as victims, we start seeing life as a journey of growth. Even the most painful experiences can teach us something valuable if we allow them to. One way to break free from the victim mindset is through self-reflection. Ask yourself, am I blaming others for my situation? Am I focusing on what I cannot control instead of what I can? Recognizing these thought patterns is the first step toward change. Another important step is taking responsibility. This does not mean blaming yourself for everything that happens, but rather recognizing that you have the ability to shape your own future. Even in the toughest times, there is always something you can do to improve your situation. Choosing not to be a victim is a powerful decision. It means standing tall in the face of adversity. It means believing in your own strength. It means refusing to let circumstances define you. The moment you make that choice, you reclaim control over your life, and nothing can hold you back. Life is full of challenges. No matter who you are or where you come from, difficulties will find their way to you. Some people see challenges as barriers, stopping them from moving forward. Others see them as opportunities, stepping stones toward growth and success. The difference between these two perspectives determines whether a person thrives or remains stuck. The truth is, challenges are not meant to break us. They are meant to shape us. Every difficulty we face carries a lesson, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The truth is, challenges are not meant to break us. They are meant to shape us. Every difficulty we face carries a lesson, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Many people believe that their circumstances define them. They think that their past, their failures, or their limitations determine their future. But this is not true. The most powerful tool you have is your mind. And when you learn to control your thoughts, you gain control over your life. The difference between a person who thrives and a person who struggles is often not their talent, intelligence, or resources. It is their mindset. Negative thinking is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth. When you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that life is unfair, or that success is impossible, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your mind begins to look for evidence to support these beliefs, and soon your actions align with them. If you believe you will fail, you might not even try. If you believe you are not capable, you will not put in the effort to grow. This cycle keeps people stuck in the same patterns, never realizing that the only thing holding them back is their own thoughts. Another important step is to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the books you read, the content you consume, all of these influence your mindset. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, it will be difficult to think positively. Seek out inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. Spend time with people who uplift you and challenge you to grow. Finally, take action. A strong mindset is important, but it must be followed by action. When you start believing in yourself and thinking differently, you must also take steps toward your goals. Even small actions can build momentum and reinforce your new way of thinking. Transformation does not happen overnight, but it starts with a single thought. When you master your mind, you master your life. Change your thoughts, and everything else will follow. On the other hand, when you choose to think positively, everything changes. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending problems do not exist. It means choosing to see possibilities instead of limitations. It means shifting from a mindset of, I can't, to, I will find a way. When you focus on solutions instead of problems, you open doors that you never even noticed before. One of the most powerful ways to transform your thinking is through self-awareness. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are your thoughts building you up or tearing you down? When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and reframe the thought. Instead of saying, I will never succeed, tell yourself, I am learning and growing every day. Instead of thinking, I always fail, remind yourself, every failure is a lesson that brings me closer to success. Many people believe that their circumstances define them. They think that their past, their failures, or their limitations determine their future. But this is not true. The most powerful tool you have is your mind. And when you learn to control your thoughts, you gain control over your life. The difference between a person who thrives and a person who struggles is often not their talent, intelligence, or resources. It is their mindset. Negative thinking is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth. When you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that life is unfair, or that success is impossible, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your mind begins to look for evidence to support these beliefs, and soon, your actions align with them. If you believe you will fail, you might not even try. If you believe you are not capable, you will not put in the effort to grow. This cycle keeps people stuck in the same patterns, never realizing that the only thing holding them back is their own thoughts. Another key is adaptability. Life will not always go according to plan, and sometimes the path you imagined will be blocked. Instead of seeing this as a dead end, see it as a redirection, a chance to explore new possibilities you may not have considered before. The strongest people are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who face struggles head-on and refuse to give up. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. When you shift your mindset in this way, life changes. No longer do challenges feel like obstacles. They become the fuel that drives you towards something greater. Transformation begins in the mind. Every great change, every major breakthrough, and every success story starts with a shift in mindset. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. If you want to change your life, the first step is to change the way you think. But others would see this as a chance to rebuild, to come back stronger, to find new ways to improve. The same applies to any situation in life, whether it's losing a job, failing an exam, facing rejection, or dealing with a personal loss. Each challenge carries within it an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with challenges is fear. The fear of failure, the fear of discomfort, the fear of the unknown. But fear is nothing more than a test. It asks, how badly do you want this? Are you willing to push through the difficulty? Those who succeed are not the ones who never experience fear, but the ones who refuse to let fear stop them. To turn challenges into opportunities, one must develop the habit of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep moving forward no matter how many times life knocks you down. It is about shifting your mindset from, this is impossible, to, I will find a way.